Everyone who drinks this water will be thirsty again, but whoever drinks the water I give him will never thirst. Indeed, the water I give him will become in him a spring of water welling up to eternal life. John chapter 4, verse 13 through 14. From 1949 through the 1956 season, Georgia Tech beat Georgia 8 straight times, a stretch that is lamented in Bulldog lore and celebrated by Tech fans as the drought. The Jackets had quite a few drought makers during that remarkable stretch. In 1949, Coach Bobby Dodd got the streak started by making a decision that was a little unusual considering the circumstances. He opted for a quick kick in the fourth quarter with Georgia leading 6-0. The kick was downed at the Georgia 5. Tech held and Georgia punted, but only to the 39. 6 plays later, quarterback Jim Southard sneaked in from the 1, and Tech won 7-6. In 1950, the drought maker was senior right tackle Lamar Wheat. In a scoreless game, he recovered a Georgia fumble at the Tech 26. From there, Tech drove for the game's only touchdown on a run by Darrell Crawford. Fullback George Maloof scored 24 points to pace the 48-6 Jacket win in 1951. The drought maker in 1952 was Chappelle, one-play Rhino. Quarterback Pepper Rogers threw for 1 touchdown and ran for another in the 28-6 blowout of Georgia in 1953. After that, one player, quarterback Wade Mitchell, was 3 times the hero against Georgia. He threw the game-winning touchdown to Henry Herron in the 7-3 win in 1954. Made a touchdown-saving and momentum-swinging tackle in 1955, a 21-3 win, and ignited 1956's 35-0 blowout with a touchdown run. Georgia Tech's drought makers were a big part of the glory years under Dodd. You can walk across that river you boated on in the spring. The cities put all neighborhoods on water restrictions, and that beautiful lawn you fertilized and seeded will probably die of thirst and turn brown. Somebody wrote, "Wash me," on the rear window of your truck. You didn't think it was funny. The sun bakes everything, including the concrete. The earth itself seems exhausted, just barely hanging on. It's a drought. It's the way a soul looks that shuts God out. God instilled thirst in us to warn us of our body's need for physical water. He also gave us a spiritual thirst that can be quenched only by His presence in our lives. Without God, we are like tumbleweeds, dried out and windblown, offering the illusion of life where there is only death. Living water, the water of life, is readily available in Jesus. We may drink our fill, and thus we slake our thirst and end our soul's drought forever. The stretch known as the drought is arguably the most celebrated and bemoaned in the century-old series. Sports writer Adam Van Brimmer. Our souls thirst for the refreshing presence of God.